here, and Steiny and Gould come back in. Another triumphant return. I believe Steiny back in the building today, right? So
look at that.
Yeah, so that's awesome. That said, once a show has an hour or 2 or 3 under the belt already, all of them should just have Hunter Pence come on right at that time, because you want to talk about somebody who will inject life back into your conversation. I give you none other than this man who injected life into the 2012 Giants in such an incredible way that it was a huge, huge piece of everything that took place that year. The 10-year anniversary over the weekend was a tremendous memory lane for all of us. I can only imagine what it was like for you, man. Thanks for coming on. How was all that?
I'm still recovering, Mark and Larry, but I'm pumped to be here. Let's go. No, it was amazing. It was amazing, and seriously, still recovering. Facts.
I love the 2012 team, Hunter. Seriously, I mean, it was just such a magical year, but there were so many great individuals. One guy who I really love talking to now is Ryan Theriot, and I love playing that cut where he scored the winning run or the lead run in Detroit, and the huge scream that he let out that you could pick up the field mics. You know, a guy like that who was a role player, but a guy who was a good veteran. That club was filled with guys like that.
Yeah, Theriot was definitely instrumental to that team, and he was a leader, and he was a utility guy, role player, came in, clutched up in the playoffs when he got his at-bats. He won back-to-back World Series and then retired. We never really seen him again since then, but he was one of the greatest clubhouse, vibes, energy, dugout, just, keeping it going, saying the right thing at the right time, not being too serious, but also knowing when we need to get after it. He was instrumental, and I think it's kind of wild that he scored the winning run of the World Series, and he scored the winning run of the College World Series. He's the only player, I believe, to ever do that. Kind of wild.
Hunter Pence with us here, 95.7 The Game. Hunter, I'm not trying to put you in a funky spot at all, but you kept saying still recovering. What can you tell us about the weekend with all your old buddies?
I can tell you there was a lot of open bar and late-night dinners and just bringing up old stories and reminiscing the glory days, but what a message, if you look back at it, and you don't have a time to really celebrate it whenever you're going through it because you're just working. And Casilla used to have this song that he would sing. We played many years together after 2012, and he'd go, oh, baseball, baseball, got to win every day, win the World Series every time, all day, every day, baseball, everybody loves it. And, so, you're just trying to win another and another and another. It's never ending. But when you get to come back and just be like, hey, we actually accomplished something, we never really got to spend obviously there's a parade, but then everyone goes home. And the thing about that message of that team is that you're way better united and playing for each other and just literally, we don't care if we go home or we have to win 100 games. We love playing baseball. We're here to play it because we love it. And let's go, let's let it go and let's go get it. Fortunately, we were able to kind of catch that vibe. And I think companies and any business that you're in, when you just get united and you just go out there with love, you hit your higher power, your higher state.
It was such an incredible year, and you had a football background, so you're bringing that to the table. And football is a different sport in how the players motivate themselves, how they talk amongst themselves. And I kind of felt almost like your vibe was almost like bringing a football vibe into a baseball clubhouse. When you sat down and talked to these guys and really getting them fired up, and hey, I don't want the season to end. I don't want the season to end. I want to play another game with you guys. Did you feel like you were bringing a football vibe into a baseball clubhouse, and how did they respond when you started showing all that energy?
Well, I mean, I wasn't on that level the entire time. I was made some points, and I was kind of slow and ramped it up until the end. And I honestly, I was kind of just praying, believe in what you say, and I'll say anything to go home. And it was really kind of a collection of the we call it the elders that were all if we don't say something, we're dead, because we were kind of all stiff. And I just brought up hey, I don't care what you did in 2010, and I was at the Phillies in 2011 when we lost, and all we talked about was 2008, and then we talked about the Red Sox coming back, and I was look, I don't care what happened, and all I care is what we decide. Let's make our decision. I reminded them, because I played against them, I was we're really good, so we're way better than you think, playing against us, we give good at bats. The pitching is nasty. So let's buy in let's like make our decision. I've made my decision. I'm giving everything I have to play one more day because I don't want to go home, and I love playing with you guys. That was like the gist of it. It wasn't super football-y. It was a legit message. And when you think about it, you can't be your best self unless you're detached. And so it's like, I don't care, it's detached, and I love playing. So detach and just be in love with the moment. And that was kind of the thing. And like, obviously there was some fire when we got in the dugout, but that like the players that are fire ramp up to that, and the players that are water are smart enough to know to stay, chill. So like the Busters, the Craws, the Affelts, the Hobbies, these are like there's the water energy and the fire energy, and then the Pagans, the Pablos, me, we're like the fire guys out there, Blanco, and so we're all getting ramped up, and then the water guys are laughing at us but getting locked in, and it just kind of balanced itself out.
Memory Lane was so fun this weekend. Hunter Pence with us. Hunter was kind enough to come on our Garlic Fries and Baseball Guys Giants podcast.
Nice.
Very recently. And Hunter, I did not forget what you told me because it was right before the trade deadline. And you kept saying they need to buy and they need a reliever, and then after that, they probably need another reliever, and they didn't get any relievers, Hunter, and the bullpen looks totally gassed. So what is your thought on what they didn't do and what it's going to mean here as they try to hang on for dear life and make a run? Well,
the one thing they did that I do agree with, and I'm sure it's easy for me to say go get a reliever, but it's harder to do. I'm not a GM. I don't know what it takes. Like if the game was easy and GMing was easy, everyone would win the World Series every year. No one's giving up their players easily, and we have a lot of talent. So for me though, the Giants kept Rodon. They weren't giving up on the season. They didn't want to give up too much of their future because I think they know that they're kind of in a window that's going to get really hot here soon because they got some prospects. And I was talking to Vogelsong, and he was saying they have this AAA guy that's coming here pretty soon that's going to be a closer-type mentality. I forget the kid's name. We got that, the other lefty that's, I think, in A-ball. So we got some guys that are going to be adding on to this. They're close to make a run if you keep Rodon. I think you got to sign Rodon long-term. You trade him, you lose him. And I just think that he's electric, and he gives you an opportunity to be a World Series caliber team with him and Webb. I think they're close. Obviously, I would have liked to have seen them kind of go for it this year. That's the competitor in me. You think you're going to win it every year. And, I looked at what the Braves did last year. They bought when they were all in. So, but Farhan, he's smart. He knows what he's doing. And so that's kind of my thoughts. I'm glad they didn't trade Rodon because that would have been a real gut, wrenching shot. Obviously, the series in San Diego really hurt them. They had a chance to win one. It's tough, but that game last night was pretty fun to watch, so I'm not going to lie.
I'm really enjoying you on the broadcast, man, as far as your broadcast ability. I was telling Mark at the commercial, you and Javi are kind of become my favorites of kind of the new era of the Giants announcing crew. How much are you enjoying it? How much do you see it in your future?
Well, I mean, I love baseball. It's a lot of fun. I talked with Larry. We're going to talk and discuss, what's available. Obviously, Kruk and Kuip are the best ever to do it. They're legends. They're my favorite. John and Dave, amazing. So just getting to learn from them and watch them and sometimes be on with them has been absolutely incredible. I think Kruk and Kuip, if it wasn't for them and listening to them for so many years, they definitely inspired a lot of me, like being okay with just relax, just have fun and, share the knowledge, but goof off a little bit. That's what I love so much about them. And, Javi, Jay Smooth, I think the more he gets going, he's one of the best communicators I've ever played with. So, he's Jay Smooth. He's great. So I'm just trying to be myself. I'm a little quirky. I'm a little goofy. I might say something stupid, but I do know the game of baseball. I look at it upside down, right side up, and inside out. And I'm still learning, so it's been pretty fun.
Hunter, pretty fun, no doubt about it. I'm sure that describes the weekend. It describes listening to you. It describes the conversation we just had. Thanks so much, man.
Hey, I really appreciate y'all having me. Have a wonderful end of the show. It's an honor always, every time. Let's go.
Indeed. Appreciate it, man. All right, go take a nap. There he goes, Hunter Pence.
He's awesome,
who had a fun weekend. Yeah, he is.